Hello once again everyone and welcome to Kruznik's Sanctuary. I'm your host Kruznik X. Once again we are back in Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. And it's about time. It's time for us to complete the last leg of the Sorrow of Werlyt questline. Unfortunately, when I originally did this with Chris Valentine, I kind of derped and forgot to turn on my mic. Which was stupid, I know. But, we're here now. We've got Senryo on the docket. And, I've already caught him up, and as far as I know, we are ready to do this. So, last time we returned to the Sorrow of Werlyt questline, we had taken down another weapon, and lost another of Gaius's, and another one of Gaius's children was lost in the process. Alphonse is still alive as far as we know, but, I don't know. Allie is in the custody of the Eorzean Alliance right now. And that fuck nugget Legatus is being as creepy and abusive as ever. Anyways, let's get right down to it with the level 80 quest, Duty in the Sky with Diamond. I wasn't expecting to see you here, considering all that's been happening about Eorzea of late. Still, if you've a mind to assist us, we'd like to share the latest developments in Werlyt. And as luck would have it, here comes the ideal person to explain the situation. Thanks. I'll take it from here. Hello, Minago. I'm glad to see you looking so well, Senryo. It's been too long, Minago. Yes, it certainly has. I haven't seen you around Rogger's Reach much lately. Anyone would think you're trying to avoid me. But as much as I'd love to stand around chatting, I'm afraid I've got some serious business to discuss. Following the liberation of Turncliffe, it seems the people of Werlyt also have their hearts set on freeing themselves from the grip of the Empire. Like-minded citizens have rallied under the banner of the Werlyt Revolutionaries, and they aim to oppose the 7th Legion that currently occupies the city. Their ranks include many former conscripts, and between them, they possess no small amount of combat experience. The only thing they lack is someone to lead them. After much consideration, they decided to turn to none other than Gaius Balsar. Of course, many would balk at the thought of turning to a former enemy, and many did. But desperate times call for desperate measures. His reputation as a legatus speaks for itself, and as most Alamegans will attest, he was a far more reasonable and pragmatic leader than his predecessor, the Mad King Theodoric, or his successor Xenos for that matter. But most importantly, he was the one who led the invasion of Werlyt in the first place, so who better than him to take it back? After accepting their offer, he requested the delivery of additional arms and provisions from the Alamegan resistance. We've got our hands full dealing with the Telophoroi, as do the rest of our allies in Eorzea, but we'll do what we can. While my comrades see to the preparations, I've been assigned to meet with him in person. I was wondering, could you accompany me to Turncliffe? Thanks, Senryo. To be perfectly honest, coming face to face with the Black Wolf is a rather daunting prospect, even if he has supposedly turned over a new leaf. But I'm sure having you there will make a world of difference. I believe you're acquainted with our escort, yes? Let him know when you're ready to get going. Alright, let's go! I'm just gonna drive there, 'cause... reasons. Another trip to Tuncliffe, is it? Yep. Alright. Wow. The night sky here is so beautiful. Though the moon is kinda... eh. Anyway, let's speak with Gaius. Ah, Gaius Balsar, I presume. I come bearing the Alamegan Resistance's official reply to your request for aid. I see. You have my thanks. Does this mean we can finally make our move? With the assistance of the Alamegans, we will soon have sufficient arms at our disposal to stand a chance at victory. But lest we forget, the 7th Legion has been conserving its strength thus far, and we must be prepared for severe casualties should its full might be brought to bear. If our lives must be the price of freedom, we will pay it willingly. Yeah, they're certainly ready to die. Though what's their armor set is the question. Let me be clear. We Alamegans have not forgotten that it was you who led the invasion of our homeland. The blood of our fallen loved ones is on your hands. Even so, the people of Werlyt chose you to lead the revolution, and we will honor their decision. I only hope they will not come to regret it. As do I. Should I be found unworthy of their trust, I shall submit to their judgment, or whatever that may entail. Forgive me, but might we return to the task at hand? First, I would like to discuss the transportation of supplies from Alamigo. This way, if you please. Once again, I prepare to lead an army into Werlyt. The irony is not lost on me. It is a cruel twist of fate that these people, so desperate from years of oppression, should turn to their conqueror for salvation. And for most of my life, I believed that only the Empire possesses strength and wisdom to lead mankind. That only through great sacrifice could civilization hope to thrive. And so I led the conquest of Eorzea, forcing the doctrine of Garlemald upon the ignorant and uncivilized. In every territory I sought out those with the potential for greatness, without regard for one's birth or circumstances, that they may serve the Empire. But there are those such as Valens, who see being born a Garlean a virtue in itself, one above all others. To think that a monster such as him should be granted the position of legatus and everything that entails, it makes my blood boil. Valens brings shame upon our homeland, and makes a mock of the ideals it once stood for. By my hand, he shall pay for his foul crimes. We are running out of time, Gaius. We have to go after her.
There is something I would show you, but not here. Come with me.
Oh dear. What's happening now?
You must keep this to yourself. I do not want the soldiers to think I am being distracted by personal matters. This letter was found in her room.
Oh dear. Dear father, I am sorry for leaving you without saying goodbye, but the thought of Alphonse suffering alone is more than I can bear. For his sake, and for the freedom of Werlyt, I have decided to take matters into my own hands. I know of a way to save them, a way to end it all. I have to seize this chance before it is too late. My mind is set. Please, do not try to stop me, father. The days we spent together were the happiest of my life. And no matter what happens, nothing can take that away from me. With all my love, Allie.
She is heading for the 7th Legion stronghold in Werlyt. I am certain of it.
Taking matters into her own hands. She must be planning to take control of one of the weapons. If so, there is no time to waste. We have to mobilize our forces and save Allie and Alphonse.
I want nothing more than to save them. But I cannot ask the Werlyt revolutionaries to risk their lives to rescue 2 Imperial soldiers. In any case, if we were to rush into battle without adequate preparation, the 7th Legion would tear our partisan army to shreds. And as capable a warrior as Senryo is, if he were to charge headlong into the heart of the enemy, he would be overwhelmed by sheer numbers.
But if we don't do something, Allie and Alphonse are as good as dead.
I know, Severa. And so did Allie when she wrote that letter. Returning alive was never part of her plan. Can you hear me? I'm in Werlyt, just outside Castrum Collinum. All hells have broken loose. There was an enormous explosion, and through the smoke and flames I saw what appeared to be another weapon. At this rate, the entire... Confound it. We have lost the signal. This must be what Allie spoke of in her letter. A way to end it all. Alphonse and the others were planning this from the beginning. To bring the weapon project to completion and use it to free Werlyt from the Empire, even at the cost of their own lives.
If the revolutionaries were to hear that a weapon has been unleashed upon the Imperial headquarters, they would see it as the perfect opportunity to strike. If it's running amok, it may not distinguish between our allies and the Imperials. A large force would draw too much attention, but the 3 of us should be able to get close enough without it noticing us.
Between us, we'll find a way to save them. I cannot allow it. This is my burden to bear, and I shall bear it alone.
I'll have you know my record for surviving dangerous missions is impeccable. So far.
Very well. For the time being, I will have the revolutionaries stand by and await my signal. An opportunity to reclaim Werlyt may yet present itself, but we must first be allowed to remove the threat of this new weapon. Severa, have Sid ready the G-Warrior.
Understood.
Once your preparations are complete, let us reconvene outside the hangar. I am fully prepared, mostly because I have been busting my hump to do this. Anyway. Sometime earlier, in the 7th Legion's Werlyt headquarters. How wonderful it is to see you again, my dear. I was beginning to think that you weren't coming back. In my impatience, I may have vented my frustrations on that brother of yours. I do hope you'll forgive me. And she's back with creepy Uncle Tickles.
Lord Valens, you mentioned before that the previous weapons were merely prototypes, used to enter combat data within their cores.
Yes, very good. I see you were paying attention after all. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. The primals they absorbed and the data they accumulated will serve a singular purpose. The completion of my masterpiece, the Diamond Weapon. But while you and your siblings were able to retrieve the necessary data from the Ruby weapon before Gaius and his lackeys arrived, Sapphire and Emerald were handed to the enemy on a silver platter! Those worthless curs failed to meet even my exceedingly low expectations!
As detailed in my report, I took it upon myself to infiltrate Gaius Belisar's band of rebels and reclaim the data.
Yes, you have done well, my dear. My engineers have already finished feeding it to the Diamond Weapon.
Then all that remains is for me to assume my role as its pilot, and for you to release my brother and the rest of our compatriots, as per our agreement.
Of course, of course. A handful of savages is a small price to pay for your remarkable talents. Even though the weapons project's revolutionary technology allows even an untrained pilot to fight with the skills of a veteran soldier, only the truly gifted can draw out the full potential of the synthetic auracite. In addition to their physical attributes and combat prowess, I require unwavering loyalty before I can even consider entrusting a candidate with one of my creations. And you are everything I desire.
I am honored that you regard me so highly, Lord Valens. However, in return for my continued cooperation, I wish to propose an extra condition to our arrangement. I request that the people of Werlyt be given full Imperial citizenship and the right to self-govern.
My, how very bold of you, and quite astute at that. Yes, I could grant the people of Werlyt citizenship if I so desired. Unfortunately, a mere legatus such as myself is in no position to simply relinquish control of Imperial territory on a whim.
Come now. We both know that the weapons are but a means to an end. Your true intent is to march on the capital and claim it for yourself, correct? Once you have taken the throne, one small territory will seem a fair reward for those who played a vital role in the ascension of Emperor Valens.
I say, for someone so sweet and innocent, you'd certainly drive a hard bargain. Very well. If it's Werlyt you want, it's yours. I'll soon have no need for this stinking backwater province anyway.
And what about my brother?
Ah, yes, Ulrich. Or was it Alfred? Or whatever his name is, you needn't worry. I've made special arrangements for him. He'll be perfectly safe, provided you uphold your side of the agreement. Excellent! Now, let's get you aboard the diamond weapon, shall we? One step closer to my coronation.
This is the moment I've been waiting for. I know this isn't what Father would have wanted, but it's the only way. Please, forgive me.
Oh, here we go.
Initiating the synthetic orosite system. All sensors activated. So far, so good. Diamond weapon. Codename Xenos. Commencing activation sequence.
Behold perfection itself.
Melisandria, Rickon, and Rex gave their lives. That others may live without fear. Ugh, the Orosite is taking hold. I'm just glad that you didn't have to go through this, Alphonse. But you'll have to go on without me. You and Father still must work together to... Ah! I'm sorry, I can't be there at your side. This is... the only way!
What's that, my dear? Is something the matter?
The diamond weapon is mine! Your tyranny ends here, Valens!
Dip. Here comes the pain. Ooh. Low-born filth! If you think your little performance had me fooled, you are sorely mistaken! What are you waiting for? Shut it down!
Yes, my lord! Transmitting the activation signal! It's not responding!
That insolent whelp had me worried for a moment! Bring her to me alive, even if it means damaging the machine. When I am through with her, she will beg for death. Yeah, how are they gonna rip that thing open, though?
No, it can't end. I can't let it end like this. Melisandre, Rickon, Rex, guide my hand. Alphonse, wherever you are, lend me your strength.
Combat sample. Ready. Initiating overmind. Subject name. Oh shit.
Overmind? What is that? Ah!
This can't be! It's ignoring the shutdown signal and initiating overmind! But how? I don't care how! Stop that thing before it brings down the whole castrum! Oh shit! Oh shit! So that's how it happened. Alright, let's talk to the Ironworks pilot. Ready to depart? I'll send for Master Garland. We all expected another weapon to appear sooner or later, but not quite like this. According to Baudolin, after it finished laying waste to the headquarters of the 7th Legion, it took to the sky. Though this has dealt a massive blow to the Imperial forces, I am certain that Ali is on board the weapon. It must be halted before she comes to harm, and for that, I need the G-Warrior and airships to transport it. I see that one thing hasn't changed since your days of the Black Wolf. Your penchant for gigantic war machina. But if this means the G-Warrior has another chance to shine, I'd be happy to oblige. Only this time, rather than having it unceremoniously towed by airships, I have a more dynamic entrance in mind.
It's good to see you again, Senrio.
From what I hear, we have you to thank for Avelina volunteering to help the Ironworks. Since she joined the team, our work has come on leaps and bounds.
I'm just grateful for the opportunity to finally put my knowledge and skills to good use. And as far as I can tell, your target is the diamond weapon, the most powerful of them all. What's worse, its design incorporates all of the combat data and abilities of the other weapons, making it far more formidable than those you encountered before. Thankfully, we've had time to prepare for such an occasion.
Would you care to elaborate? Let me put it like this. Thanks to Avelina's tireless dedication, the G-Warrior has been reborn. There'll be time to explain more on the way. Come on, the Enterprise is waiting. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Oh shit. I mean, I saw this in the keynote, the announcement, but oh my god, it looks beautiful in 4K. Very impressive. May I ask what purpose it serves? Since our objective is to rescue the pilot, we've added a means of capturing the diamond weapon. We've come to save lives, not to end them. And for that reason, the G-Warrior has been reborn. I present to you the G-Savior! Alright. Once again, Sid and his engineers have provided precisely what we require before we even knew it ourselves. Due to the added complexity, we'll have Guy as pilot while Senryo handles the various armaments. Agreed. There'll be little opportunity for us to grow accustomed to our roads, but even so, we must succeed at all costs. The cloud deck is now accessible. For those of you watching on YouTube, click here for the next episode. For those of you watching on Twitch, stay tuned.